first and last name and then spell both of them for me.
My title is Rabbi Cantor. Birdie, I go by Birdie Becker. Birdie Becker.
Okay. And you are the rabbi for Temple Emmanuel, is that correct?
Temple Emmanuel in Pueblo.
In Pueblo.
Because there's a Temple Emmanuel in Denver.
Got it. So, I mean, obviously, I guess the first question is just, what's your reaction to the events of the day?
Exhausting. First reaction was surprise. We had no idea that this person had been scouting us out. And the reaction, I suppose my reaction was why us? Why this small little congregation in the middle of the country that even people who live in this little town don't know? So surprise more than anything else.
Talk to me a little bit about the congregation, like who makes up this congregation? This isn't, thousands of people, right?
No, we're a small congregation. We're about 35 families. Sometimes a few less, sometimes a few more, but basically around between 30 and 30, it stays between 30 and 35 families. It's been in existence for 119 years. So it's considered the second oldest but it's the continually used congregation. It's a beautiful little congregation that was built there. It looks like it was picked up from a European shtetl and placed here, but it wasn't. It was built there. It's just lovely families, warm, welcoming, open, friendly. People come to our community and stay. People come in and out in terms of the community, but when they come to the services, they come back. We have literally from the far right to the far left politically. We have people across the denominations, the Jewish denominations, who are part of our community. And we have people of other faiths who come and join us for our activities on a regular basis.
And for those, because it's sort of going to the national news, like for those who don't know Pueblo, how do you describe like the neighborhood where this is in, or like how do you describe the city itself? Has it been welcoming? Have you had issues before? Like how would you describe?
No, very friendly, very open. We have interfaith programs. There have been ministers and priests that have come to our services on a regular basis. That's why it's surprising. There's a program where the people come through and they get to tour various places, and Pueblo's Temple Emmanuel is one of those places that they get to come through and see. On a regular basis, we have church groups that come and visit us and come to our services. We have activities that we do at the university, and university students come to our services, and they're always welcome. Everybody's always welcome. So it's very unusual that we would have this kind of an activity.
So it sounds like he was arrested on Friday,
Mm-hmm.
but did you know Friday, or talk to me, how did you personally find out that any of this had even happened?
So I found out about 2 minutes before I got my first phone call from the news media today. I was actually at one of my other jobs, and I got a phone call from the president's, the wife of the president of our congregation. And they had gotten their phone call, and they called me to let me know that this had happened. So we were not informed until this morning. The news media actually had it before we did.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So, we're just going to keep doing what we do and hope for the best, because that's what you have to go on. Life goes on.
And that's sort of going to be your message to your congregation.
That's my message. As life goes on, we support each other. We've always been there for each other, and we'll continue to be there for each other. We have to be aware and alert and cautious. And as long as we do that, we do our best, then you're not going to stop living.
Is there a message to this man, this person who has allegedly done all this, or to the people like him that are out there, that are still out there?
You're not the first person to ask me that, and I haven't come up with a good answer. I wish I had one, but I guess if I had the answer, I wouldn't be sitting here. I would be.
Fair enough. I think we're almost done. I think, this, had he gone through this, he also may have been planning, even bigger attacks and that kind of thing. I mean, the fact that law enforcement was able to sort of pull this off and stop this must, it sounds like they did a heck of a lot of work sort of on it. And I guess just talk about that, like sort of what your thoughts are of, just how they caught this man.
My understanding is that they have been tracking him for a couple of years, and that they did. I give all credit to them. They did a fabulous job. They did this without interfering with our what we do. We had no hint. So it didn't interfere with our holidays. It didn't interfere with our joyous, the joyous holidays that we've just experienced. It didn't interfere with the life cycle events that we've recently had. It hasn't interfered with our studies, with our school children. So I give them all credit, and I can only wish that the same occurs every time. We were lucky. You don't always get that lucky. I guess my hope is that everybody is that all other communities would be so lucky as we were, and that the community now will have their eyes open and be alerted to the fact that even in a small town, even in a small city, sorry guys, I'm calling it a town, even in a small city, that you never know what's going on behind the scenes. So you have to have your eyes open, you have to be alert, you have to be, and you have to educate yourself. Maybe that would be my message to this person as well. To go beyond your comfort zone and educate yourself. Get to know what's beyond what you already know. Get to know the people beyond whom you already know. And maybe it'll change how you feel and how you think. That's the most important thing, is that we reach out to those we don't know.